Hi guys. So I did make this wig already. I want to show you how I do ventilating, and that is where I am at the moment. So I'm just gonna show you how I sew the middle part. So if you want to see how to make a whole wig, you can look up a lot of videos on YouTube that shows you how to do that. So in this video I just want to show you how I ventilate, but I'm also going to show you how I get to that point while I'm sewing the wig. Okay guys, so as you can see, when I'm in the middle, I don't do a blanket stitch that I do when I'm not on top. So when I'm on top on the lace, I use a smaller needle, and I also use a stitch that is called back stitch. I don't know if you did sewing, but that is how the stitch goes. It's a back stitch. So the reason why I do this stitch is to make sure that the top part of the wig is really flat, so that when I do my ventilation, it doesn't stand out, and it looks smooth. Like the transition will be very smooth, so that we can avoid I don't know what to call it, you know, like bumps. Yes, so that we can avoid bumps. So I actually go over the curve like that, and I just turn it around, and then so that I can have like a really curvy look right there at the top of my head, so that it looks nice and smooth. So guys, let me just tell you something that happened today. So today to the I went out to the pharmacy. I wanted to get some vitamins. So I got there, and it's close to ShopRite. Yeah. So there are like people who are standing in a queue, to go into shops, because nowadays people are standing in queues to go into the shops. So while I was there, I saw these other ladies. They were standing in the queue, So when they saw me, like, I was all geared up, girl. I was like, I was in I was wearing a mask, I was wearing my gloves, because I knew I was gonna get my change, I was gonna get money, so I didn't want to touch the change with my hands. I'm kind of serious about this, because I've got kids, and I'm more worried about them than myself. So they saw me all geared up in my mask, in my gloves, and then they looked at me all crazy, and then they were like, girl, you're serious about this? I was like, yeah, it is serious. You don't think the president would lock down a country if this was a joke, would do you? They were like, no, until they've seen somebody that they know, who is close to where they stay, or somebody that they know about who has corona, then they'll believe it. For now, this is just WhatsApp stories. That's Facebook. Like, this is social media. Like, this is not serious. I was shocked, guys. I was thinking, oh my gosh, wow, the ignorance is too much. Like, so I asked them, I'm like, so you think that the president would just shut down a country? They like, yeah, he doesn't care because he's got money. you know so now I thought about this other person who was saying that we should have this I think, like, this other person was saying, that people are not understanding. I don't know, maybe they're not understanding English or what, but maybe the president needs to speak in African languages. Maybe they need to be a translator or something, who can make sure that people are understanding how the situation really is, because the people who are busy standing in line, they probably didn't understand that, because they were busy rubbing on each other. They were not wearing masks. They were just rubbing on each other. Like, there was no distance. Like, social distancing was not there. And we are at a position that this is serious. And if things continue to be like this, the lockdown might continue. Guys, like, I don't know what needs to be done, but that's what I saw, and it was just too much. It was just too much. Okay, guys, so you see, here I'm almost done in the center. So I like to leave small space. The reason why I like to leave small space is so that I don't have too much lace to ventilate. I hope I'm not jumping from one story to another, and I hope you understand. But it's just that, like, I saw something that was disturbing today. You know, okay, I'm using a pin so that it's flat, and the pins help me also make sure that I can actually sew without being disturbed. So what happened there is that the lace came and was disturbing me from working. Okay, guys, so where were we? Yes, the lockdown. Guys, this is not a joke. I was watching videos like, like, oh my gosh, it's too much. There's too much going on. I saw this other nurse doing a video on how she quit her job because she can't go on anymore because she wants to protect her family. She lives with the elderly at home, and she just didn't feel safe because the masks were not enough, and and stuff like this has become too real. Like, the world is at a stage where we don't know, like, we just don't know what's happening, what's gonna happen, when this is gonna end. It's not like you can run from this country to another. This thing will follow you anywhere. So right now, the best thing that we can do is just try to be disciplined and stay calm and stay in the lockdown, and it might just help us, and pray and pray and pray a lot about this, because we need to pray, because God needs to hear us. God needs to hear us. Okay, so I'm cutting with a razor because I can't find my scissors. Can't find where I put it. I've got kids at home, they're not at school, so it's too much. Sometimes I misplace my things and I can't find them because sometimes I'm busy sewing and then I have to leave and do something else and attend to them and stuff. So the person who's actually, see these slippers there, that's my son. He's actually helping me taking a video. He's helping me taking this video, so that's why it's not very steady. I'm not using my stand because I want to take from the top, and I don't know how else to do this. So I needed somebody to do this. So I asked him to do that, and he was very, very excited about it. And I didn't want to, stop him when I saw that, the other parts you couldn't see clearly. But I'm gonna try to make sure that you see it clearly. So right now I'm just closing off. You want to make sure that you close off really nicely. Yeah, we can't see there. Baby, fix that camera. Okay, so you want to make sure that, like, you really close it up so that it doesn't come up. So you see I've got that space left. That's the only space that I have left in the middle. That way I can only ventilate the small part, because remember, this is a middle part. This is my ventilating needle. That's what I'm going to be using for this process. Okay, so I just cut some hair, the same hair piece that I was using to sew. That's what I'm going to be using as well to ventilate. So guys, I have a video that shows how to ventilate fully. I have a video on that, and also if you don't understand my video, you can actually go on other videos on YouTube, and then you can find people who also ventilating, teaching you how to ventilate, because maybe my teaching maybe not as good as others. I also learned how to ventilate on YouTube. That's where I learned. I didn't get somebody to teach me. I didn't get somebody to do one-on-ones. I actually learned it here on YouTube, and I'm grateful to the people who post their videos, who are taking time out of their lives to do this, because that's where I learned my craft, and that's why I'm making money, because of those people. Oh my gosh. He's taking himself. Okay, they will fix the camera. Okay. Yeah, that's what happens when a grade 1 takes your video. He's in grade 1, and I'm very proud of him. Look at that. Okay, so guys, this is ventilation. This is what we call ventilation. It's a method where you tie the knot of the hair on a lace using that pin right there. So that's ventilating. So guys, forgive me for if this video is not very clear, but my son is taking this video, and I hope you understand what I'm trying to do. It's challenging really for him, but we are trying. Yes, I think he's trying. Okay, guys, I hope you can see that. And if you can't really see it clearly, you need to go on the video that I did on ventilation alone. I think that is pretty clear on how I did it. So I leave the small space to ventilate because it's much easier, especially when you're doing the middle part only. You don't need to leave a big space. You don't need it. And it's actually going to look very, very natural when you are done. So guys, don't stress about the space that you leave. Just make sure that you've got enough space to cover the tracks from the left and the tracks from the right, and also the tracks at the back of the wig. So that's the space that you need for this. So you just continue ventilating, and when I'm at the back close to the tracks, I like to take a lot of hair, but then when I'm in front, I like to take very small amount of hair because we need to cover those tracks, but we need to make sure that we're not crowding the lace. Now I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle now, and I'm taking small amount of hair just for the center so that it's really, really smooth and it's not crowding the lace like we said before. So if you put more hair in the center, it's gonna have bigger knots and it's not gonna look natural. So the knots are gonna be too big and it's not gonna be looking natural. So you need to make sure that you're taking less hair. I would take 2 or 3 strands of hair if I take more. Sometimes I do take 1, which is good if I manage to take 1. And you need to make sure also when you are in the center, another reason why we take small amounts of hair is that every single hole needs to have hair in it. That's what I do. I make sure that every single hole in the center had hair in it, and then I leave a straight line that has that is like one hole in the middle straight going up that has no hair. That's how I leave my parting. That's how I show my parting in the middle. It's gonna be like that. So just continue trying to do it in the right way, and don't take too much hair to hold because it becomes messy and sometimes you fail to grab enough hair. So you just need to, like, especially if you're in the center, take small amount of hair to hold, and like take your time. You need to take your time because if you don't take your time, you end up messing up. Your hands becomes tired, especially when you're ventilating. Your hands will become tired because it's a long process. For me, making this wig, it took me about 3 hours. That is from sewing it, from starting right in the beginning, from sewing it until the ventilation process. So you need to make sure that you take your time, especially you're still learning. If you're still learning in the beginning, take your time. You don't have to rush anywhere. Remember, you're learning. And the other thing about ventilation is that you need to practice every day. It's something that after you've learned it once, you need to do it every day. The more you do it every day, the faster you become. I've taught some people before, and it took them like an hour to learn how to do it. But then after that, it takes them like longer to do the ventilation just in the center like I do. But they learn. But then after some time of learning, let's say if they dedicate their time to it and they do it every day, they can finish it they finish it very quickly, just like I do. But then if they don't continue to practice, like this the lady that I taught, she continued to practice and practicing, and then she did the 4x4 in 2 days. Like she finished ventilating a 4x4 closure in 2 days. So that was good. I was really, really happy for her that she managed to do that. That means that she was on the good, she was like good. She was that good. But then that lady also just took 10 minutes to learn. So it depends on how faster you can learn and how well you can listen and how patient you are. Because other people give up before they even start because they think it's so difficult. It is difficult, but you can learn it. You can learn it. So guys, if you want to learn how to ventilate, just keep on watching and just keep on learning. And if you get the needle, just keep on doing it every day. The more you do it, the better you become at it. So you just need to continue learning and continue learning and continue learning and continue learning. Guys, I need to go. I'm almost finished and I'm excited about this. Now I'm starting the other side. You see, I'm finished the other side. Um, I'm starting the other side, so I'm going to be doing this really, really fast so that I can finish and go because I still have other things to do today. I need to bake. You know, I don't have bread at home, so I'm going to need to make some bread. Okay, you see, my son is not taking it nicely again. There. Okay guys, I really really hope that you're learning from my videos. I'm just starting up and I hope that you guys are learning something from it. I hope you're learning something from it. So just continue to ventilate until you are done. And here we are, I'm finished. That's what the center looks like. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. This is the wig that I was making.